This is a video response to Sean's View Entertainment about Cena turning heel.
Sean's View Entertainment, you definitely had some good views on Cena turning heel, but personally, I just don't see it happening. I think that the WWE has already built John Cena up to be the Superman type character, and he is the role model for thousands and thousands of kids around the world. If he turned heel, all those PG kids that look out to him will be very disappointed and might not even watch the WWE anymore. Therefore, the viewers for the WWE go down dramatically, and I don't think the WWE really wants that. Now, don't get me wrong, I think if Cena turns heel, people like you and us will definitely respect him and possibly cheer for him turning heel because we're not from the PG era, so we definitely would respect him for that. But I think our views are different from most of the PG viewers around the WWE universe who wouldn't look at it that way. Don't get me wrong, if Cena did turn heel, it would definitely shake things up in the WWE and make it a little more interesting. But honestly, if John Cena was to turn heel, I think all that he stands for, I don't see him being teamed up with a bunch of young rookies like Nexus. If he was ever to turn heel, it would be on his own. Let's face it, Nexus is boring now. They're done with. And it's about time John Cena ends them this Sunday at Hell in a Cell.
Alright. Well, honestly, I could see where you're coming from with that, but the viewers would not go down. And let me tell you why. Because people watch WWE for entertainment. They don't watch it for one sole competitor, John Cena. Yeah, he is the face of the WWE, but that has changed. Over the weeks, John Cena has been booed and cheered. It's been a mixture. John Cena has been the babyface of the WWE forever now. And he just hasn't been getting the cheers like he used to. And they needed someone to step up and take that role, which is Randy Orton. This is Randy Orton's time now. Randy Orton is the WWE champion, and this is his time to shine. Kids love Randy Orton because he's getting his big push, and he's bigger than Cena now. He's defeated Cena on Raw a couple times, but kids also hate Randy Orton because of his past and how he was a legend killer and such a bad guy. I could see Cena versus Randy Orton down the future like it's been, but the kids will start cheering for Randy Orton because they're eventually going to forget about John Cena, about how they used to love him and how John Cena was the face of the WWE and that was their favorite superstar, because he's going to be in Nexus, and he's going to be in Nexus for so long that the kids are just going to learn to hate him because he's been in there so long that they're just used to booing him, and they're going to cheer for Randy Orton. Also, I don't see Nexus breaking up at Hell in a Cell for the simple fact is on the 900th episode of Raw, Nexus was the highlight of that show. I mean, it was such a monumental show that they gave a new group, Nexus, the main event and the spotlight on that episode. So I can't see them breaking up because that would just be a waste of the 900th episode and also a waste of just great talent. Also, with SmackDown moving to Sci-Fi October 1st, which is tomorrow, I don't see that happening either, because why would they have on such a big night? They're moving to a new channel. They're not just going to have Nexus for one night and then have them break up 2 days later. I can't see that happening. Nexus is just too huge to break up, and they have so much talent that Nexus will not break up at Hell in a Cell.
Well, if Cena does join Nexus this Sunday at Hell in a Cell, there's only two things that I see that could happen. Number one, Cena will serve pretty much as Nexus's bitch, and he will do whatever they want him to do. So let's say Nexus says, okay, Randy Orton has a match. Go jump Randy Orton and injure him, and then John Cena will do whatever they will want to do. Therefore, he will get a major amount of boos throughout the crowd. Probably no cheers at all, just strictly boos. He will be the worst bad guy on the whole show, the biggest heel. But the other possibility, which I really think this is a good possibility of happening, is Cena joins Nexus, but he tries to rally some of the Nexus members on his side. So it's basically like there's two leaders of Nexus, Wade Barrett and John Cena. Nexus is basically finding out now that a superstar of John Cena's caliber in their group, they have to kind of listen to what he says. So a couple members from Nexus eventually go to John Cena's side, and a couple stay to Wade Barrett's side. So it's kind of like NWO Wolfpack versus NWO Black and White reborn again. And I think possibly they can feud within Nexus. So let's say Cena pulls Heath Slater and Michael Tarver to his side, and then they feud with Justin Gabriel and David Otunga on Wade Barrett. Because I basically don't see Nexus doing the same crap that they've been doing for months now, which is just beating crap out of everybody on WWE. That's boring now. I think if they feuded within each other, that won't be as boring, and that's a new thing that I can see happening in the future.
Well, first of all, let me just tell you, Cena will not be Nexus's bitch. They did not build up Cena for the past few years to be a bitch. He has been prone to being the best superstar on Raw. He is not going to be a bitch. There's no way that John Cena will ever let the WWE do that to him. But I agree with you that John Cena and Wade Barrett will be like the leader of Nexus, and then they will start a feud. But I don't agree with who you think Cena's going to pull in. I honestly think Cena's going to pull in Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater, and Wade Barrett's just going to keep David Otunga, Michael Tarver, and Skip Sheffield when he comes back. But I also think, to even out the odds, that John Cena is going to pull in Darren Young, just for the simple fact to bring a little surprise. Yes, Darren Young.
And Darren Young's already a good guy now, pretty much, so that could be a possibility.
I could see it happening because, I mean, obviously he was exiled from, it was mostly Wade Barrett's doing. Wade Barrett was the one who said, I mean, if you don't win your matchup tonight, you know, he's going to be out. He's going to be exiled from the group. So that was Wade Barrett's doing. And I'm sure Darren Young would love to get back at Wade Barrett, which he did. I mean, showing up to that one matchup, but I don't think that was enough for Darren Young.